It's me, Bombastic Bag-Man, your favorite superhero. I came here to review the new Spider-Man Magic set, but not really. Because, well, Wizards of the Coast did an oopsie, and now they don't have the digital rights for the Marvel sets. So, on Arena, we have Through the Omenpaths, which is a set of universe within cards with different flavor and completely different artwork, different names sometimes. I like them, a lot of them. Some of them are a lot better than the Spider-Man ones. So this is a flavor review of the Spider-Man set and the Omenpaths set, side by side, card by card. Now, since Wizards of the Coast didn't provide us with a side-by-side comparison of the two sets, I'm using Reddit users King Jit,
One eternity later.
spreadsheet. Thank you for your work, but I have to reveal my secret identity. It's me, it's Onion Possum. Incredible. I can't do it all day with this thing on. I need my glasses. Okay, we start with Anti-Venom. I know next to nothing about the character. I know about Venom. I know that this is Eddie Brock and that his symbiote had something happen to it, and now it's good. It's not bad anymore, and it can, I think, remove symbiote from other people, heal people or something. So I know next to nothing about this. I know a lot about Spider-Man, but about the older stuff. He's all white. It's kind of a cool card, but since I don't know anything about the character, I can't do the flavor review. It's a shame. Doesn't feel really completely white, more of a hordes of card, the art and all of it, but it's a nice spell, reanimates, it gets bigger when it has damage dealt to him. Cool. But now, Verilax the Haven skin. This is very nice. Why is it nice? Because these are symbiotes in Magic, and as we see, they are these spiky things with arms and legs, like armors. They don't have any faces. And here he is, or it is saving a little deer from fire. I think it's an interesting design. I like it. I like it quite a bit. So out of the two, I like the art for Venom. And the one from Verilax is a little bit difficult to see. Because it doesn't have a head, so you don't really know what it does, what it is. Anti-Venom, like maybe a 6 out of 10. And Verilax, maybe a 5. Yeah, it's not that impressive. But I like the concept of symbiotes in Magic, like strange licit stuff, like living armors that attached to people. Very cool. Then we have Arachne, Psionic Weaver. So this, I'm sorry to Steve Argyle. I think his art in this set is a bit of a mess. The foreshortening on the arms is like very strange. Arachne is one of the many Spider Women, and she has some sort of psychic power. Okay, you look at the opponent's hand, you choose a card, and it costs, and that type costs one more. Yeah, not bad. It's strange that you can't choose creature. I don't know if make sense with the character. It's another one of those side characters that I know really not much about. Now, Yera and Oski, I like this one a lot. It's a buff grandma that's knitting using the silk from her pet spider. Yeah, Yera and Oski, Weaver and Guide. So here we see also that web slinging, which I guess is copyrighted. Web slinging becomes and web. Okay, cool. We can change the name of abilities now. And she does the same thing. I don't get the flavor of this part. I think the Arachne is more flavorful than Yera and Oski. I don't get why she makes things more costly. So yeah, no idea. I'm not going to uh, give much of a vote. I'm going. Arachne is going just for the art. She gets a 4. And Veranowski gets a 5. Let's say 5.5 for the cute spider and grandma, but I don't get the flavor. Aunt May, Aunt May and Zora Spider Fencer. Aunt May. She's a O2, which is okay. She's an old woman. She's not buff like the other one. Whenever a creature enter under your control, you gain 1 life, and then if it's a spider, you put a 1/1 counter on it, which is actually pretty powerful. Why does she? Why doesn't May like spiders and not Spider-Man? Like, I think she should have buffed heroes, not spiders. So she had interplay with the heroes from Final Fantasy and the future heroes from Marvel. She's, Aunt May didn't only help Peter Parker. Sometimes she offered her wheat cakes to maybe, I don't know, his friends, maybe Iceman and Firestar, which aren't in this set. We have like Spider, T-Rex, and we don't have Iceman and Firestar, which is I get they are mutants, but they are the Spider friends. So.
Spider-Man and his amazing friends, Iceman and Firestar.
We also have Zora Spider Fancier, which I think it's a better card. She's from New Capenna, and she's just like a strange woman from, I guess, Cabaretti maybe, and she likes spiders, so she buffs them. That it's better than Aunt May. Yeah, I'm giving Aunt May, let's say, 5 and a wheat cake. And while Zora gets, I like her. I give her a 7. Yeah, I give her a 7. The heavy hitter for the set, City Pigeon. The main set art is better. I'm sorry to Michele Giorgi, you did a wonderful job, but I like the colors in Davis Zabo's art a lot better. It's a pigeon with a it's a pigeon with a donut around its neck, so yeah, it's cool. I'm giving City Pigeon an 8, and I'm giving City Pigeon B a 7. He has a croissant. Let's say 7 minus, because we are in the Het Ravnik from Karlov Manor, so it gets a minus. I'm sorry, it's not the art, it's the flavor of the card. I don't like the old detectives Ravnica. We have Custom Closet. Custom Closet is a nice idea. We have a closet full of Spider-Man. Spider-Man's, not Spider-Man. Spider-Man is another character. Spider-Man's costumes. It will be very easy for Aunt May to find them. All of of them bunched together like that. So I don't know if it's really like this, but okay. I guess it's a secret closet. It's nice. We have a lot of references. We have the Secret Foundation, the white one. We have the Iron Spider. We have the armor one. We have the stealth suit. This one, the classic one. Yeah, it's I like this one. And the card is cool. It gives you +1/+1 counters, and when something with +1/+1 counters dies, it goes back here, so you can use it again. Yeah, it's a nice card. But you also see custom closet for Duskmourn. So this is a Duskmourn card. We have a ghost attending a closet full of costumes for a ball, I guess. I like it. I like them both. I'm giving, let's say, 6.5 to Custom Closet, the Spider-Man version, and let's say 7 minus. 7 minus to Custom Closet. The minus is because the art is really small, and you can't really see much about it. And on Arena, you can't even like zoom on it, like you you could see the art up close in real life, but not on Arena. So yeah, next one we have the Daily Bugle Reporters. Not much to say, really mundane, too normal for me. Okay, the card is nothing to write home about either. Like you put counters or you return a card to your hand, like a cheap card. Not much. Yeah, it doesn't tell me anything. I'm giving a 3. It's the Daily Bugle, but okay. Now, principal referee. We have an overweight referee in New Capenna. This is, I guess, Zia Tora's training ground. Great, just good. It tells a story. Yeah, puts a counter on 2 creatures, the 2 that are fighting, or you return a card to your hand, which is the one that gets knocked out. Yeah, this is a slam dunk. Giving it 9. And we have Flash Thompson, a lot of New Capenna. I mean, it makes sense. We are in the city, the New York City set, so New Capenna makes sense. Flash Thompson is a 2/2 with Flash. That's cute. That's really cute. And he can heckle or hero worship because he's a bully to Peter Parker and he loves Spider-Man. that's great. I like the art. I like this going, yeah, Spider-Man. And I also like the girl here. I don't know her name, but it's nice that she's looking at the camera like, what the hell? So cool. And on the other side, we have Basil Cabaretti Loudmouth, just so sassy. he's like, look at me. I like him with the mustache. Yeah. He's drinking Halo. Yeah, I like him. Flash Thompson, I think it's a cool card. I like that he can do both at the same time. He can heckle and hero worship at the same time. Yeah, I'm giving it an 8. Basil doesn't give me much, but I like him, so a 6. Friendly Neighborhood. So Friendly Neighborhood is a card I need in my Balen deck, I think. Makes 3 tokens, and it buffs equal to the number of creatures you control until end of turn, so good in that deck. I like the autumn vibes. I don't know what this was. I like the autumn vibes. I like that's in Halloween. So we see the decoration, we see a child dressed as Spider-Man giving Spidey a fist bump. This is a 9. This is a 9. I like that it's friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I like everything about it. Yeah. I think it's a good card. Doesn't fit the fantasy aesthetic of Magic, of course, but okay. Remarkable Readings is great art. Great art, very cool. I think it's slash art, so art that wasn't used for Edge of Eternity that's used now because it doesn't really make sense flavorfully. The art doesn't really match the card doesn't really match the name, but it's great art. The name is forgettable. Let's give it a 6 plus, just for the art. I think this is one of my favorites in white. Origin of Spider-Man. It's cool art. It really doesn't look like a Magic card. Not only because it's a saga, but I don't know about it's the color maybe. It's nice, but you make a spider, then you put a +1/+1 counter and something, and it becomes a spider hero, and then something gains double strike. Which I guess is okay. The spider bites. The spider comes. It bites someone, and then they become super, so they gain double strike, but just for one turn. Really doesn't seem also because most of the time you're going to turn the spider into the spider hero, so doesn't really make much sense. I think a most helpful weaver is a wonderful art. With the spider on top, with the fox stuck in a bear trap, and the spider comes down from the heavens, it seems, and it frees the fox, and the fox is all happy. So the spider comes the 2/1. Then you put a 1/1 counter on something, and it becomes a spider hero. Because why? Because in Omenpaths, most of the spider heroes are a spider and a hero. So there are two people. So here the 1/1 counter signifies like the fox being freed and the spider coming with her, or it, or him. And the next one is we double strike because now we work together. I think it's a lot better. So Origin of Spider-Man for me gets a 5. Must have for Weaver for me gets an 8.5. That's one of the worst 8.5 I have ever written. So yeah. Now we go to the main man, Peter Parker. 0/1 makes a spider. Okay. He doesn't go around with the spiders. This card is very strange for like the main Peter Parker. This is Peter Parker. What does he do? He makes a spider. Okay. And then you pay to transform, or you can play it transformed if you want. And he becomes Amazing Spider-Man. And Amazing Spider-Man gives a web sling into all of your legendary spells, and he has Vigilance and Reach. So Vigilance and Reach is okay. It's very good for Spider-Man. He should have flying when attacking, I think. The web slinging for the legendary spells, I don't get it. It's him coming down, I guess, but that's not really what web slinging is. Like, web slinging in this set is like civilians being saved by Spider-Man or Spider-Women or Spider-Pigs, and the savior swooping down, right? I guess that's the flavor of the thing. But giving it to every legendary spell, like Karn's Temporal Sundering, you get an extra turn, okay? Web slinging something, I guess. It's not really Spider-Man for me. And the thing that it makes a spider, no. I think it should have done something with stun counters. like the Spider-Man from the, what do you call them? The, the thing. You know the thing. The thing with the pumpkin bomb, pumpkin bombs and goblin and stuff. You know that one. Yeah. There is a Spider-Man there that's an Azorius Spider-Man and puts stun counters on things. And I think this should have done too. At least on the front half, instead of putting like a spider down. For me, it's a 3. I don't like the art. I don't like most of stuff. Surris is like a man with a spider inside his stuff, his backpack, I guess. And he's going around as the Silk Tech Vanguard, webbing up monsters. I guess it could be Edge of Eternity because it's very sci-fi. The art doesn't say anything to me, so it's 3 odds. Yeah. Rent is due and Confessor's Bindings. So rent is due. We have rent in Magic the Gathering. This is like I mean, mechanically it's very strong. I'm going to use it in my Vihan Silvio Berlusconi deck, which is yeah, it's a treasure deck. It's I mean, the name is cool. The art is cool. It's nice, but it doesn't make sense thematically because you are paying rent to yourself to draw cards, and you can tap creatures, I guess, to pay rent for you, and you can tap treasures because I guess your homeowner doesn't want money. They just want to see money. Just you go there with your treasure. You're like, here, 2 treasure. Cool, right? And then you put it back in your... Yeah, makes no sense. Confessor's Bindings makes a little more sense. You are binding this poor Zendikar goblin, and he has to tell you about the secrets of Zendikar, and you are paying gold treasure or your own forces, your own creatures to keep it in the bindings, I guess. So rent is due gets 4. I'd say 4.5. I like the art. 4.5. But doesn't match the and Confessor Bindings gets 6 plus. Looks like slash art too, like something that could be used for something else. Selfless Police Captain. This is Gwen Stacy's father. He's going like, that's Spider-Man, and then he dies. So he always dies. And yeah, Peter always disappears when Spider-Man is around. How very odd, he says. Yeah, great detective. I think Gordon knows that Batman is Bruce Wayne, but he just doesn't tell people. He just plays along because he knows Batman likes his secret identity. So even with him, I think Stacy is just a bit dumb. We had the same card except it was a robot in Edge of Eternity. So nothing to say about the mechanics. And the one on the right, it's a Ravnica detective. So the Ravnica detective gets a 2 just because it's a Ravnica detective. And Stacy, I like the comic book background, like the flat, completely flat cloud, and the colors, like the colors, it gets 5.5 because it's not an interesting card, but it's beautiful. The art is good. Silver Sable, mercenary leader, and generous Betty Ray. Silver Sable is a secondary character. Not many people know about them. Maybe you played the Spider-Man video game and you know about her for that. She's a mercenary leader, and she's a very good fighter. She has all this technology and people working for her. So sometimes she's an opponent of Spider-Man, and most of the time she helps him. So it's a hero right here. She puts counter on someone, I guess training them or giving them weapons. And then when she attacks, she gives all modified creatures you control lifelink until end of turn. I don't know why lifelink. No flavor connection here whatsoever. Maybe first strike would have been better, I think. The first part is okay, the second part makes very little sense. Generous Betty Ray is someone from Thunder Junction, which is just giving away, I guess, money and weapons, and everyone is going, yeah, another round from Betty Ray. The lifelink makes a bit more sense here because we don't know the character, but everyone is like cheering for her, so it's like, okay, morale boost, maybe lifelink makes a little bit more sense, but Silver Sable gets a 4. And Generous Betty Ray gets a 4+ because we can't know much about her. Then we have Spectacular Spider-Man. We have a lot of versions of this card, but this is the normal one. 3/2 with Flash. Okay, so he's fast. And he can gain flying. He goes tweet tweet. And he can sacrifice himself to give someone hexproof and indestructible, which is very good. It's like swooping down, sacrificing himself to stop a bullet. And then we have Ademi of the Silk Shoots, which is like a guy dressed in spider silk with a spider on his back and a spider parachute, which is a silk shoot, as we see here. And he is jumping off a land that we'll see later. There is a little bit of lore here. I like him. He reminds me like a black guy with a spider, so he reminds me of Anansi, the spider god. Interesting. Like, it makes my the gear in my head turn. I like both of these cards. The Spectacular Spider-Man, I think it's a better Spider-Man than the Peter Parker Spider-Man one. I give him a 7, and Ademi gets, it's so interesting, 7.5. 7.5. I'm not an 8, but it's scratching something in my brain. Spectacular Tactics is one of the cards that we have with the same name, just a normal Magic name. Yeah, you team up. Here we have Miles and Spider-Woman teaming up, both with bioelectrical powers. So you either put a counter on something and it gets X-proof, or you destroy something with power 4 or greater. Makes sense. One on the right is the cheerleader. They double down on the cheerleader. The cheerleader was like one of the biggest talking points during the Duskmorn reveals, because it's so strange seeing a cheerleader in Magic the Gathering. Okay, like the 80s stuff in Duskmorn, I'm a lot iffy about. And here she's like going like this, and the power of her performance is sweeping demons away. The first one gets a 6. The second one gets a 4.5. 4.5. Yeah. Not much more. No, a 4. She gets a 4. Spider-Man Web-Slinger. It's a 3/3 with It's a 3/3 with the web-slinging 1 white. Very simple. There are a lot of simple cards in this set because there are intro decks, but it makes the set look like a core set a bit. This is not a bad card in limited. Could be also used in standard, I guess, to like return an ETB card to your hand for 1 white and have a 3/3 into play. It's not that bad. On the other side, we see Darval, whose web protects. And this is a Drider, like, a Spider-Man, but a man, half spider, half man. like Quilog from Dark Souls. There are squirrels around. No idea where this is from. I guess it's a new plane. It's the art is beautiful. Spider-Man Web Slinger, for me, it's a 6. Darval, for me, it's an 8. The squirrels give it at least a point more. There is a controversy going on right now. The Spider UK was made with AI. Now, the artist released the art process, so we see the various phases, and it's not made with AI. The problem is, since this is a secondary property, like from Marvel, Marvel has a lot of say on the cards, on the card art. And so the artist, which is Alan Morris, he had to go to several iterations. The final one was picked by, I guess, Marvel itself, or Disney at this point. The strange flag in the background, the proportional a bit iffy, the background is strange. It's all a bit gray. The flag is the worst part because it looks like it's either repeated, like the design on the flag is either repeated or stretched. I don't think it's AI. Okay, I don't think so. Oh, and final say, so I don't really like the art. Not because of the AI thing, but because it's very gray. I get it's in UK, but it's not inspiring. Also, why put Spider UK, which should be a lot stronger than a 3-4, by the way. This is Captain Britain with spider powers. Captain Britain is like a heavyweight. It's very, very powerful. Why put it here as an uncommon 3-4 instead of villains you didn't use, like Screwball or Cardiac, maybe? It's a recent one, but an interesting one because that could be the one that gave lifelink, you know? He messes with sound and but he's a doctor. Yeah, there are too many Spider-Verse cards, I think, in this Spider-Man set. It's more of a Spider-Verse. Too many Spider-Man and too few supporting characters and villains. Son of the Silken Throne is all white, with this black cape with a spider web motif, and he has a black spider on the shoulder. The armor is cool. Is like climbing a castle, I think, at night. It's interesting. I can't say anything about this character by the art, except that he has a cool companion. But I'm giving the Spider UK, let's say, 3. And I'm giving Sarna a 6. Double that. Starling Aerial Ally. I think she's the Miles Morales' girlfriend for a bit. Maybe even now. I know they were together. She comes down and she gives flying to something. So yeah, perfect for the character. A bit bland, I have to say. Also a 5 mana 3-4. I mean, it's for draft. It's such a strange set to draft because it only has 5 archetypes because there are 188 cards and it was a small set. It wasn't made for drafting and then they changed that. On the other side, we have Extally of the Thousand Moons, which is someone that is getting lifted up by a bat. And that's so cool. It's a giant bat. And it's so happy with it. So I'm giving... also, the art for Starling is a bit I'm giving Starling a 4. And I'm giving Extally a 7. Maybe I'm a bit biased about the animals. Sudden Strike. Sudden Strike is a great card. I'm going to play this in some commander decks. 2 mana to destroy an attacking or blocking creature is good. We never had this effort at this price before. The art is all stretched, very comic booky, which is nice. Felicia is getting kicked by Silk, which is a lot of damage. I don't know if she's getting up, but the sudden strike. This is Kamigawa, and we have like a Nezumi robber attacking a Kitsune monk, and the monk is going and is blocking it with magic. It's good. It's just fantastic. Sudden strike for me gets a 5. Sudden strike 2.0 for me gets an 8. That's too good. We have Twip and Lively Leap. Twip has one of the worst flavor texts of the set. It says, "Yes, this is what being Spider-Man is all about. Swinging through the sky, a New York sky, patrolling the city, every moment a chance to make a difference, to fight the good fight." I don't know if it really sounds like Peter. It's so strange. It's like, this is the Abbasin's symbol of the church, the one from Innistrad, one of the worst flavor stacks of all time. I don't like it. I like the art a lot. It's very dynamic. Card itself, it's okay. Gets a 6. Minus because of the flavor text. Lively Leap. Oh my god. Let's zoom up this one. Let's zoom on this one. Let's take it in. Let's take it all in. Like it's a jumping spider. Yeah, the cutest spiders. I love them. It's going from a flower, somersaulting on top of a bird. It looks like it's Bloom Barrow. Oh, it's a 10. It's a 10. It's a 10. It's good. It's good. I want it. I'll. This is one of the ones. I'm going to proxy this. I'm going to play this. It makes no sense because I have no spider decks. I want it. Maybe I'm not even going to play. I'm going to like print it and keep it somewhere. I love it so much. Web up. It's just banishing light. It's just banishing light. It's the art is okay. So far, no invention, nothing new. Mothwing Shroud is Valgavolt just covering someone in moths. It's from Dusk one. That's a cool idea. 6.5. The card itself is meh, but the idea behind it's creepy and cool. Web shooters. This art is a nightmare. I don't know why, but maybe it's the face. It's the Spidey's face. It's like the okay. No. Also, the card is meh. Archanglers Skyrod. And it's an archangel with that's with a fishing rod, so he's an angler, and he's fishing flying fish. I guess on Kaladesh maybe. I don't know where there are flying fishes. Or it's a new plane. Wonderful pun. Web shooter gets a 2. Too creepy. Archangel, just for the pun, it gets a 7. The card it's awful, but it's okay in draft. Wild Pack Squad. This is the squad from Silver Sable, which we can see here in the background. It's meh. It gives first strike and vigilancy. Here is first strike, not lightning. It's a 4 minus. Free Strider Aces. It's a mercenary, so it makes sense that they are from Thunder Junction. But they are from Thunder Junction, so meh. I like that it's during a firefight. So I can give it 5.5. Yes. Completely objective. With great power. with great power there must also come great responsibility. I always used with great powers comes great responsibility, but I guess the original one in the comics was there must also come great responsibility. It's like a pariah effect, which makes sense. So all damage goes to the creature. It buffs the creature for every aura and equipment. Makes also sense. So, you suit up, you get inspiration from all the people, but you have the responsibility on your shoulders. Yeah, what it's not nice is the art. Not because it's bad art. I really like the concept behind it. Like it's Peter in the city, and I like the colors and all of that. But it should have been, I think, Uncle Ben dying, and maybe you see like the moment when it happens with the city around them. I think that would have been a lot better. Not the fault of the artist, as the art direction. Yeah, we have no Uncle Ben card in the whole set, which very strange. Chosen by Valgavoth. I guess you are chosen by Valgavoth, so you are now the target of everything around you, like all the horrors of Duskmore. Yeah, or maybe you take damage instead of Valgavoth. Makes a little bit of sense. The art is a bit too silly. Yeah, the cult thinks that Valgavoth mods are like fantastic, so it's okay that they are enthusiastic about being chosen, but the faces are a bit too silly for my taste. Let's go with Great Power gets a 6. And chosen by Valgavoth gets a 4. Yeah. We start very strong. We start with Amazing Acrobatics and Drix Interception. I like the cards. It's a council with upside. And the upside is tapping 2 creatures, which is not bad at all. I like the art a lot. I like the colors. I like that it's Spider-Gwen, like Ghost Spider, doing the acrobatics. But the magic one, like the universe within one, it's very cool. It's Drix from Edge of Eternities coming out of nowhere with the weft walk. Like it's weft walking to you, and it's negating your existence, because Drix in Edge of Eternities, like they go around the Edge of Eternities, like the cosmos, and they can teleport with this ability called weft walking, and they wipe out anything that has something to do with like Eldrazi and other dangerous things like slivers and stuff. The art is ominous. I'm giving Amazing Acrobatics a 7, and I'm giving Drix Interception an 8.5. Yeah. Beetle, Legacy Criminal. Oh, this is one of the lesser known foes of Spider-Man. Here is just a 3/3 flyer which can exile itself from the graveyard to give flying to someone else. Which I guess it's her coming down and taking one of the other criminals and helping them get away from Spidey. Okay. And Harala Hedron Scaler, she's from Zendikar. I like the art on Beetle more. I think it's got to be 6+ for Beetle and 5.5. Yeah, for Arala, not Arale, Arala. Chameleon, Master of Disguise. I think we are going to see this card a lot in Commander, because it's just a copy of your Commander. It comes down, it copies something, except it's still called Chameleon, Master of Disguise. I'm going to proxy this with Vazin Two-Faced Trickster. I have no idea where in the multiverse it could be. Maybe even Dominaria. It's all very classic. It could be like a Vesuvan shapeshifter. Chameleon, it has wonderfully creepy art. I like the lighting. I like all the masks in the background. We even see this is I think so. There is Electro down. We have Venom. We have Dr. Octopus. We have J. Jonah. We have Hobgoblin. MJ, Black Cat, I guess, Scorpion. I don't know who she is on the top left. Lizard and Goblin, and then Spidey in the hand. Full of cameos. I like this one a lot. I like. For me, the card gets an 8, and Vazin gets an 8 too. 8 minus. Yeah. I think artistically, Chameleon is more interesting. Even if it's strange to see someone like Chameleon on a Magic card, I think it's more interesting than Vazin. The Clone Saga. This art tells me nothing. Yes, it's all about cloning, but the Clone Saga was one of the worst sagas from Spider-Man. It's about Spidey finding out that there are clones of him, and Jackal makes him. It's the one you see here, the green head. And down here we have Spidey on the left and Ben Reilly, Spider-Man on the right, which is the clone. So you surveil, I guess is finding out about the Spider-Man clones. And then when you cast a creature, you copy it, except it's not legendary, which is making the clones. And the last one is you choose a card name, and whenever a creature with the chosen name deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card, which is, I guess, you choose Spider-Man. And now you have both Peter Parker and Ben Reilly fighting together. The art is not that interesting to me. I'm giving it a 6.5. Lost in Lichara makes a lot of sense. Lichara is from Kaldheim. It's the realm of the shapeshifters, and the art here is wonderful, like wooden knotworks. It's a warrior going through Lichara. He finds the shapeshifters. He gets trapped, and then when he goes out, he is changed. Or maybe someone else is taking his place. it's a shapeshifter taking his place at home. So this is the warrior entering Lichara. Okay, so then he finds the shapeshifters. Then he gets he gets caged, and then on the last one we see someone exiting. This is the human realm, and we see it's someone that's dressed like the shapeshifter, but it has his shield and sword. So it's him. Oh no! I like the storytelling a lot. I like that it's made of wood. This is an 8 for me. Doc Ock, Sinister Scientist, 4/5 for 5. As long as you have 8 cards in your graveyard, it's an 8/8. As long as you control another villain, it has X-proof. Makes sense. It becomes bigger. I don't know why the graveyard, but it maybe represent the crimes he's doing. So it gets stronger and stronger. And then on the last one is he's working with someone else, and it gets more powerful. Odzor, Chronicle of Collapse. I can't say anything about this character. It's from Edge of Eternities, okay. It's looking at planets that are falling apart. So it's chronicling their collapse. But I don't get the flavor of the card. I don't get it. Doc Ock for me, it's 6.5. Not that good. Odzor, I like the art a lot, but it doesn't match what the card does. For me, that's 6. Doc Ock's Henchman. They look so silly. They have flash for some reason, and when they attack, they connive. I don't get the flash, I get the connive. Obscura, lowercase obscuras connive. So, yeah. they are wall crawling. So it's even Spider-Man themed. I don't really like New Capenna that much, but it makes sense for the card. So Doc Ox, I like the silly art. It gets 6.5 plus for the art. And Obscura Alley Lurker, no, 6.5 plus, no, 6.5. And Obscura Alley Lurker gets a 7 minus. It's different. 6.5 and 7 minus, not the same thing. Okay? Stop complaining. Then we are going to Flying Octobot and Bext Bots. So, Flying Octobot, forgettable art. How many helping hands do you need, Doc? Says Spider-Man in the flavor text. Yeah, the card isn't good because there aren't many villains. The draft stuff, I think it's a 4. Vexed bots. So, I hate the bots, the flying bots in Edge of Eternities with the smiling faces on them. Maybe you've seen it. Like they have the clouds around them and they have the smiling face. So here we see like one of the jellyfish people. The bots are just angry, and I like them a lot more angry. And they look like monsters. They don't look like emoticons. I like them a lot. I'm giving them 7. Just because the art makes them bearable. Hide on the ceiling. So hide on the ceiling. You are like each creatures are hiding on the ceiling. Even the creatures of your like artifacts too. The flavor is nah. No, it's off. It's off. I'm sorry. The card is great. Like mechanically, is great. So I'm going to play the spectral restitching. I'm going to play it in my decks, like just proxying it. It's great. The art is wonderful. I guess it's like unraveling someone. Like you can see inside. There is nothing inside. So they are unraveling someone, and then the specters are stitching it back together. It's maybe Lorwyn. I have no idea where this is from. It's an elf, but I don't know where from. So hide on the ceiling gets also the art is not nothing special. Hide on the ceiling gets 3.5. Spectral restitching gets it's an 8.5 plus because I really want to play this. Hydroman, Floyd Fallon, and Bellion the Parched. Mechanically, this is a very interesting card. So it's when you cast a blue spell during your turn, it gets +1/+1. Okay. The second part is interesting. At the beginning of your end step, you untap it, and it becomes a land with tap add blue until your next turn. So it becomes water. It's cool. I don't think it's that good, but it's cool. Hydra is a underused villain. He should be very powerful. Like it's water bending, and you can't kill him. It's like Sandman but better. And the Belly on the Park, I love it. I love the art. It gives it's like eventide, but I know it's not because the merfolk don't look like that. So maybe it's post-apocalyptic Dominaria, I guess. Could be. Like Time Spiral era. But it's a merfolk. It's an elemental here, but it looks like a merfolk. And it's cursed. So it wants to drink, but it can't. Like it can never quench his thirst. So it's such a cool concept. I don't know why it becomes an island. This is one of those cards that needs flavor text. Hydroman gets, just for the concept and stuff, gets a 7. Minus because I don't like the face. Bellion gets a 9. It's a 9 minus. Why the minus? because I don't know the flavor. I want the art framed. Like it's just that good. Imposter syndrome, it's a meme. It's a meme. We have memes in Magic. Okay, it's the meme. It's exactly the meme. I guess I do. Imposter syndrome here. Is this Strixhaven? I think it's Strixhaven. It's like a student that's having imposter syndrome looking at. It's like Harry Potter. It's like the mirror of Erised. It's looking at the greatest desire, and it's like it's saying, "Oh, I wish I could be like that." Imposter syndrome. Yeah. She's studying. She's not getting ahead in her studies. This is a 9. This is a 9. Also great card. Also proxy. Lady Octopus inspired inventor. I think it's powerful. So she gets counters every time you draw your first or second, because we didn't learn from Nadu. First or second card each turn. You can tap her to cast an artifact spell with converted mana cost equal or less than the counters on her. Ingenuity counters. Okay. Merata. It's too generic. She's like a scientist from Edge of Eternities, I guess. No, maybe it's Duskmourn. Yeah, it's more like Duskmourn. But the art is meh. The art is very meh. Lady Octopus has like the T, the lighting on the tentacles. It's a bit cartoony, but it's still nice. It gets the blue right. She gets 6.5 plus. And Merata gets a 4 minus. She gets a 3. Madame Web Clairvoyant. I didn't know that she was a mutant, like a Marvel mutant. I found out with the Magic set. So she got a movie. No one went to see it because it was trash. She's the lady that looks upon this web of the Spider-Verse, and she can see the future, I guess. The card is alright, but old mouth of too many eyes. Such a cool concept. It's a mutant advisor. Where is this? It could be. It doesn't match with the like. This could be Dominaria because of the stained glass window here. But what if it's Gastal? What if it's post-apocalyptic Gastal? We have mutants because there are mutants on Gastal. We also have like a Mad Max like mask, like Immortan Joe. Could be. I would love it to be a Gastal card. It's like a Grima Wormtongue with spider spies. Perfect. Madame Web gets a 5. Alt gets a 9. Just for the concept and the art. Mysterio, it's one of my favorite villains. You have to play it in villain tribal. Okay. I guess we'll have also like changelings in Lorwyn, so maybe you can play it there. I really wanted to like Mysterio. It makes a lot of bodies, but the bodies fade away when he's not here, which makes sense. It's more of a drafty card. I'm sorry, Mysterio. The art is also great, like all the poses and stuff, and he's very cool, flamboyant, like he is. I have to give it a 6 minus because of the non-viability of the card. The Watcher on the Road on the other side, it looks like an Eldraine card. He's making these illusionary butterflies out of smoke. Very beautiful art. Give it a 7. I don't know anything about him, but I know he is dangerous. Just looking at him. The next one is Mysterious Phantasm. It's something with flying vigilance, and whenever it attacks you mill a card. I don't really get the mill a card thing, maybe because it should make someone else mill a card, no? Like, Mysterio is all about messing with people's perception and mind, so milling cards it with the character. Why do you mill a card? Strange. Why doesn't it have the usual illusion thing that whenever it gets targeted, it explodes? It's a 4 plus because I like the art. Phantasmal Vision, it's from Duskmorn. It's an eye thing looking at your dreams. It's very creepy, but it's not. Maybe it's the colors, it's all muted. Yeah, it's a 5. Norman Osborn is a. And the flip side, it's a crazy powerful card. I think this is going to be played even in CDH, maybe. You are going to see this card as a commander. It's powerful. The art is gorgeous. Like, wow. Love the colors, love the slanted design. They are cutting grass. I don't know if you can hear it, but they are cutting grass. Yes, behind my home. So I have to pause and we'll see it again.
1,000,000 zillion jillion dillion cotillion times later.
Okay, they're done. We can go forwards. Norman Osborn, as I said, it's very powerful. It's 1/1 can't be blocked, and when it does, it deals damage, it connives. And then it turns into Green Goblin for 4 mana in Grixis colors, or you can play it for 4. It's a 3/3 flying menace, so you are not going to block it. Spell you cast from your graveyard costs 2 less to cast, and each non-land card in your graveyard has Mayhem. The Mayhem cost is equal to its mana cost. Mayhem is a new ability keyword, which means you can play this card from your graveyard if you discarded it this turn, but it's not like Madness. This time you have to follow timing rules. So sorcery has sorcery speed, creatures at sorcery speed, etc. This is just a dumb card. Like, you can just have a discard outlet, and every single card in your deck now costs 2 less. Too much advantage. On a flying body that, if you played the first part, it's also pumped with counters. And I like the art also here, but the first one with Norman Osborn, it has like this mirror sheen here, and he sees himself as the goblin. It's a wonderful piece. It could be like a cover for a Spider-Man comic, like a special about Norman Osborn. Now we have Goben, Goben the Goblin. I mean, Goben Gene Splice Saban or Saban. He's a generic scientist from Edge of Eternities. I think it's Edge of Eternities. And then we see there is like a little monster here. So he's splicing genes together to make a flying goblin. And it's Fleam, Goblin's creation, which is so cute. The villain is the guy down here. Fleam is perfect. He's pure. For me, he's a lot better than Loot. He should be the face of Magic the guy. If you need a cute mascot, please use Flame. We could reuse some of these characters. That's the nice, like, the interesting thing. These are canon, I guess, so you can use them. I'm going to do 2 votes for the cards. Norman Osborn gets 9.5. While Green Goblin gets an 8. Goblin gets 6. And Flim, of course, gets a 10. You can't go better than Flim. Oscope Research Team and Pinnacle Research Team. Meh. I'm going to give both cards the same score. Meh. Out of 10. Robotics Mastery. It's a Mendelstrom card. I have no idea who Mendelstrom is. No idea. He looks like a Terminator. Flash card, which Aura, enchant creature, enchanted creature gets +2/+2, and when it enters, it makes 2 flying robots. Limited card. The fact it has flash could be good, but only limited. The art is so. Gets a 6. Robotic Mastery. I really love the jellyfish people from Edge of Eternities. As you know, I don't like the little robots with the emoticons unless they are angry, so it gets a 5. Maybe 5 plus because of the jellyfish. Cool days. Spider-Man studying and having to be Spider-Man. So he has to choose, do you do homework or do you fight crime? And yeah, it's a difficult choice. The card is fine. I'm going to give it a 6. Average card. Outsmart the Amateur. It's I think this is a Gruul. It's a Gruul Barbarian. That's climbing or maybe Arachno. No, I think it's Gruul. Climbing on a tower, and we have an exit elemental detective or a weird that's looking at them like, what do you think you are doing? The art is very funny, but it's Ravnica with the hats, so it gets should get a 7, gets a 6 to 6 plus. So Secret Identity, this is a reference to Unmasked from the same artist, by the way. It's a wonderful art piece. I'm giving it a 7. It's a rat going around with a raccoon mask. He is swinging on something, and he's saving a little otter in Bloom Barrow. This gets the coveted 10 plus and star and a kiss. It's one of the best art. Of course, I'll need this in real life, so I'm going to print it. Spider Bite Web Warden. Still going with the Spider-Verse stuff. She bounces something when it enters. Okay. Very secondary character. We know next to nothing about Spider-Bite. She's like an avatar. You can see her in the Spider-Verse in the second movie. She gets a 5. Nah, she gets a 4. I don't like the art. And then we have Argir, Tidal Spinner, like an avatar, like a spider avatar, but in the sense that it's like a personification of a water spider. Like, I guess they are called dumbbell spiders, like the one that gets the bubble around their head, around their the respiratory system, so they can go fish. One of the most amazing animals. So for me, it's an 8. Spider-Man No More. This is a reference to the storyline with the same name. When Spider-Man decides that being a hero is too much, and he leaves the spider mantle behind. And this is a reference to the iconic scene that you can also see in Spider-Man 2. Yeah, second with the Sam Raimi Spider-Man. And then we have Hide in Mundanity, which looks like... Where is this? It's Eldraine. This is a fairy. It's a fairy looking like a human. It's a fairy looking like a human. We see the wings. Spider-Man No More. The art is just, they couldn't do anything different. That is Spider-Man No More. So it gets a 7 from me. I think Mundanity is so and so 6. Spider Sense, great counter spell. You can counter instant sorcery or triggered abilities, and you can web sling. You can web sling for 1 blue. So you return a creature, and that could be advantageous for you. As you can replay. Detect Intrusion is set on Lorwyn, so it gets points for that. you see the insect-like fairies, and there is a spider monster on the background that's entangled the poor fairy, and even a spoon and a candlestick. I'm going to play this card, but not the Spider Sense. Spider Sense also depicts the moment when Spider-Man jumps out of the way and the Goblin Gliders comes and impales the Goblin in the first Green Goblin in the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man. I guess it could be any other time, but Spider Sense for me it's a 5. It's too glossy. I don't really like the art. Detect Intrusion for me, it's an 8. Unstable Experiment, the concept is cool, like interesting. You can see the goblin through the glass. The card is also not bad at all. Like you draw 1 card and then you make target creature connive, so you can draw 2, discard 1, and you put a +1/+1 counter on something for 2 at instant speed. I've seen worse. And Unstable Experiment looks like, I wanted to say it was Strix7, but it's a bit too much, too sciencey. Like he has a clipboard and stuff. So maybe Edge of Eternities? Or maybe it's like, no, it couldn't be instead. Like an alchemist on Innistrad, but yeah, too sciencey for me. It's not. It doesn't look like a magic. I'm going to give Unstable Experiment 7-, and I'm going to give Unstable Experiment Marvel Magic version a 6-. So whoosh! We had this card twice. Always does the same thing. You kick it for 2 mana, you bounce something, if you kick it, you draw a card. The art with the vulture is not bad. Snatchback, we see like a ninja from Kamigawa stealing something from a samurai. I actually like the whoosh art a bit more. The splash of green with the blue background looks better than the one on the right. Doesn't catch my eye as the first one. So whoosh gets 6.5. Snatchback gets a 5. See you later, true believers, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe.